up, guys and gals? This is Brad from GoMotional.com. Today we're going to start a video series that's going to be going through some of the custom classes that we recommend for different game types or different play styles and such. These are going to be mainly focused at trying to help you determine like a good class for weapon type for you to be using, or if you have a favorite weapon already, we're going to have classes set up for each weapon type so that you can have an idea of what kind of attachments to be using, what perks work best for the class, and just stuff like that. But today we're going to start off with just a regular Chicom class. This is a pretty basic class, but it's very effective. All right, so we're going to put the Chicom as our primary weapon. The attachments that we're going to recommend are the ED text sight, mainly for the extended range and accuracy, and then also the extended clip, just because this is kind of a fast-firing weapon. As a matter of fact, if you've got a really good trigger finger, you can almost make it full auto, but that can actually empty out your clip pretty quickly, and it leads to having to do more reloads, and that can be kind of bad, especially when you get in tight spots. So you want to have that extra ammo, so the extended clip works really well for covering that. For the secondary, mainly recommend the B23R pistol just because of the 3-round burst. It's pretty strong. It's usually pretty quick to switch to, and you can if you run out of ammo with the Chicom, a good one burst shot from the B23R will actually finish off a kill really quickly. Or if you run out of ammo with it completely, the B23R is also good for running around with just a pistol and getting kills too. We're not going to put any attachments on that. For your first perk, we're going to recommend lightweight for this class, because the Chicom is a fast-firing weapon. We kind of use it as a running gun kind of class, so we want to have something where we can run around really quickly, and that's exactly what lightweight is for. It makes it move around faster. All right, and then for the second perk, we're going to put on toughness. This works really well when you're kind of aiming down the sights and firing a little bit long range at other enemies that maybe have an assault rifle or just another SMG or even an LMG. They're going to be firing at you. You might take a few shots here and there if you're not strafing or anything like that, and the toughness just reduces the actual flinch that you're getting on your scope while you're aiming down trying to fire at them. So that kind of helps a lot. And then finally, we're going to put on tac mask, just because everybody loves to throw around concussions and flashbangs and shock charges, and it can be really annoying, and it can really stop you from getting your major score streaks and stuff. So we want to put tac mask on just to cover that. For your lethal, we mainly recommend Semtex, because this is a fast class. You're going to be kind of going into the heat of battle and just going at it. Semtex is really good for just throwing it out right in front of you and exploding almost immediately, whereas like a frag, you kind of have to either cook it or wait for it to explode. You can use the combat axe, but that does take a little bit more skill with aiming, so we mainly suggest Semtex for players that aren't used to using the combat axe. For your tacticals, we're going to go with the standard concussions. Some people will have tac mask on, so you're not really going to be able to affect them too much, but a lot of people don't run with that perk on, so the concussions will be able to stop your enemies. And at the very least, you can throw them around a corner and get a hit marker and realize that there's somebody around the corner from you that you can go after. And that's pretty much it for this class. Like I said, it's pretty basic. It's good for hardpoint, for one thing, on small maps. It's mainly good for small to medium-sized maps like Nuketown or Hydro, anywhere where you can get into tight and closed spaces. This works really well. The Chicom is actually pretty decent with the hip fire as well, so if you run into an enemy and you can't aim down the sights quick enough, it's good for the spray and pray kind of shooter too. So overall, it's a pretty good gun. It's a very unique SMG in the fact that we've never had one like it, really. It's not a full automatic SMG. It's, a burst fire, but it's a very, very, very fast burst fire, which is why I think they put it in the SMG class, just because it's able to shoot so fast. It's powerful, but you have to learn how to aim it. Mainly if you aim for the midsection, it works really well because the actual recoil of the gun, as you're firing multiple times in a row, it will actually kind of drift up. So if you aim towards the midsection of your opponent, it'll drift up and hopefully into their face or head to get a headshot. But yeah, it's a really good weapon to use, especially for close range and stuff. I found, like I said, I found it well to work in hardpoint and small maps. It can work in team deathmatch as well if you're, running, like I said, small and medium-sized maps. Overall, this is a pretty decent class. Like I said, it's very, very basic, but it works really well. And that's it for that one, guys. If you want to check out more loadouts and stuff, we've actually got a bunch of them that are going to be coming up on the YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe. And also be sure to check out the website. We have a bunch of tips and strategies for Black Ops 2, and we'll be posting even more custom classes and stuff for you guys to use on the website, and that's at gamotional.com, GAMOCIAL.com. Cheers.